Yo, what up my peeps? How you guys doing? Welcome back. How are you guys? So as you guys can see right here, we got the Sylvia all torn apart. Everything has come off the car, from the brakes, wheel bearings, front knuckles, our subframe, our drive shaft, our front suspension, even our diff. Hey little buddy. So we got our rear knuckles right here. As you guys can see, these are the, I guess, control arm bushings where it would connect. They're kind of just beat and worn, so I went ahead and got new suspension bushings. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and burn these out right now. Now that we got the subframe and all the bushings burnt out, you're gonna want to go ahead on the, so if this is flipped upside down right now, as you guys can see in there, there's a lip, right? There's an inner lip that's in there, one right here. Sorry, lighting's kind of bad. One right here, and then there's also another one right here. If you guys can notice, there's like the middle has a plastic which I already burnt out. So you need to take this sleeve in the inside out and the sleeve right here, but these lips need to stay intact, so don't remove these, okay? Otherwise you're gonna need to go with solid bushings. We beat out the small ring that was at the bottom, and then this is the bigger ring that's at the top, but you still leave these edges intact. Nice. Now I got my wire wheel drill, gonna clean those cups up and then get this thing ready for paint. Alright, now we're on to the lower knuckle, and we're gonna do the same thing. Use the Sawzall, and as you guys can see, there's like an inner ring right here, and right there, and right there. You're gonna want to cut a very small slit and then hammer them out. So I ended up punching out the sleeves. As you guys can see, this is like the best example. You just want to cut it just to be able to punch it out. But some of the other ones gave me a hard ass time, like this one, and this one was a bit. Now we're gonna do the other one and then start washing them. Now we got the subframe with all the bushings out. We got the upper knuckle with the disc removed, and we got our lower knuckles with the sleeves out. Now it's power wash time. So as we wait for the control arms to dry with the subframe, we got our rear cab set from Energy Suspension, and this is the control arm set. I was actually under the impression that this kit was just for the rear knuckle, but I guess I was wrong. It came with the rear toe link, so the rear toe arm, all new bushings for that, for the OEM control arms, and then the rear control arm bushing too. So those I don't need because I have aftermarket arms, so I guess out of this whole kit I only needed 6 of these small guys. So these are the bushings. Alright, and then we got our Energy Suspension differential bushing set. So this is pretty much the diff bushing kit. It comes with the 2 fronts. You're gonna need to keep your OEM piece that comes out of the sub bushing, because when this gets pressed into the subframe, this is actually going to go sit inside of it like that. And then we got our just diff bushings. Came with grease and the 2 pins. So when it's installed in the subframe, it should look like that. And then for the diff, it shows that it goes in like this, with this piece going to the bottom of it like that through the diff. So relatively easy, understandable. And then last, we got our Energy Suspension subframe bushings. And these are the polyurethane instruction manual telling you how to do it, what you gotta do. Oh yeah, pretty much really easy. This is a 2-piece set, as you guys can see, bottom, top, and then they have the metal that's been slid through. So you push this through the top, push this through the bottom, and then this pin goes through. Should be really easy to install. Alright, so when I was looking at it, it looked like it was going to be a harder job to go ahead and push it in. So I went ahead and actually did the cut method. I cut this in half and then put the bushings through and then used the vise to push the centerpiece in. Came out good. Alright, so now that the bushing is split in half, you're going to want to go ahead, grease that was supplied. Going to want to lube it up. So now that we have it in, alright guys, so we did the knuckles. Those guys are all done. They're looking nice and clean. But now we're on to the subframe. So as you guys can see, I already did 2 of the bushings just to make sure it works. But this is ultimately how you want to do it. So you have this cup right here, which is your top piece, your center piece, and your bottom piece. This top piece you're going to want to lube up, grease up, and it's going to go right here. And then you'll go ahead and just hammer it in as we did at the bottom, and then the bottom piece just goes in like that through, and last is this that you're gonna hammer through. Alright guys, so we got all the subframe bushings in. The front ones, they might seem to look like that, but that's alright, because when you tighten it down, it'll go away. From the videos I watched, it seems like a lot of people with the bottom say it sticks out a little bit. You could press it in, but it comes out, so it's all good. We put in the diff bushings. Kind of hard to get in, but you could just squeeze them in like that, and then just with the mallet, just like that, fully through.